So, guys, I have here with me today Ian Farrar, and Ian Farrar is somebody that Judy and I have, connected with and met at a number of these XRP Vegas or XRP conferences, XRP Vegas being one for sure, and of course the Quantum Financial Summit in Florida. And guys, what we're going to talk about today is not just about our wealth, which of course we love to do when it comes to XRP, but our health. And I have a personal story that I am going to share with you today that not everybody really knows, but I'm going to divulge it to our community today. But it's in reference to how Ian really helped turn my life around. Now, Ian, take a few minutes and just to introduce yourself and what you do and what all this is about.
Sure, sure. Well, it's a blessing to be on your show today. I happen to be one of your subscribers. I was a big fan of yours, wanted to meet you at the XRP conference. I approached Judy. A little bit about me, I've been a health and wellness coach for the past 28 years. I happen to be the founding brand partner of a superfood nutrition company for the past 21 years. As of yesterday,
Yeah, that's fantastic.
it was my 21st anniversary. And I'm just really committed to raising people's consciousness and awareness about how they participate in their life when it comes to health, because health is wealth. We talk about digital assets. I'm a serious bag holder of XRP, serious bag holder, and committed to the whole industry. But without your health, with this transition that we're about to go into, I mean, what do you got if your health is diminishing? So for me personally, it's been a true labor of love. And, you were two people that I wanted to meet and I wanted to make an impact on, because I just knew that this was needed. And, it's a term called carefrontation. You care about people enough that you want to confront them. And it turned out that Judy was struggling with some serious health challenges. She shared, yours, and here we are today.
Yeah, no, this has been a big, big transition. So, guys, for those who don't know, Judy has struggled for many years. We're talking decades with an autoimmune disease that affects her in big, big ways. It certainly affects her, her strength and vitality. She gets fatigued fairly easy, but things have been turning around in a big way. And for me personally, this is what happened in my situation. Now, I have been a diabetic for decades. And I basically, how that ended up happening, I kind of ate my way into it, became a type 2 diabetic. And, my pancreas had just stopped working, or the blood, how the blood sugar balance works in your body, it just was not functioning. And so I was diagnosed, probably now it's been over 15 years. And needless to say, I had been on medication for a long, long time. In fact, I was a drug that a lot of people out there that are diabetics would know, metformin. So here I'm on taking this drug, and they were constantly kind of increasing my dose as my body needed it. Well, just over the last number of months, like, just in the spring, summer, and right now into the fall, my blood sugar was just getting out of control. In fact, and I was, practicing, not eating just everything perfect, but not going hog wild and stuff either. But needless to say, my doctor checking up on my A1Cs all the time and things like that. And it had spiked significantly, so much so that he got so concerned. He said, listen, we have got to get you on even some more additional drugs and things like that. And it was getting very, very serious. Well, at that time, Judy had already started the Purium program herself and was seeing some, real results. So she said, hey, listen, why don't we reach out to Ian? So this is what happened. So guys, about 6 weeks ago, we reached out to Ian and started a regime of me getting involved with, eating and consuming a lot of the, the Purium type products. Well, this is what happened. And this is absolutely amazing. And guys, I can tell you, I have done fast before and things like that. I had never seen results like this. But not only did, my blood sugar start to regulate, but they got into actual pre-diabetes, and to the point where they were literally 5 millimoles a liter, no diabetes. And on top of that, lost 15 pounds, and I have kept it off. I know it's only been 6 weeks, but I lost that weight within the first 2.5 to 3 weeks, and really have kept it off. Hasn't really changed. Now, was it easy? No, it wasn't easy. It was hard. And something I want to show you guys right here. I don't know if a lot of you know, but I'm starting to consume a lot of water. And Judy went out and picked this one up. And all you see in there is the water and some natural sliced lemon in the bottom. This particular big jug, it covers, milliliters, and it's got about 200 mils in here, about over 14 or so ounces. And it actually has times of the day and at certain periods of the day of what you should be drinking and stuff like that. Now, sometimes, I'm not on the clock exactly like that, but I do consume a lot of this water and things like that. Well, it has flushed me out. I'm not holding on to water weight. My vitality has come back in a big, big way. I'm not feeling so lethargic. Now, for a lot of diabetics, what happens is we wake up in the morning practically feeling drugged because, our blood sugar has spiked or whatever in the night and stuff like that. We wake up just feeling that feeling. And you know what? I have not had that. And I'm actually into normal to healthy blood sugar levels, which is truly phenomenal. And it wasn't, it wasn't as much as what a lot of people think. Now, a lot of the foods that I had to change from, of course, are foods that aren't even good for us anyway. Potato chips, soda pops, all this kind of stuff. And, this is how I got into the trouble in the first place. And yeah, that does take a measure of discipline. That's for sure. Not going to say it was a cakewalk. But the thing is this, when you start getting to be our ages, I'm 56 years old. Now, from a longevity perspective, we look at our lives at this point, for most men, hey, we're on the home 20, the home 30. Well, I want to be around to see my grandchildren grow up. I want to be around to experience, hey, we see a nice bull run. Hey, I want to be around to enjoy that. And so, guys, I'm sharing with you my personal experience. This is not something that we ourselves, that we're just, promoting this. No, this has really changed my life. It has changed Judy's lives in a powerful, powerful way. And so we've invited Ian to come on and really share with us the massive benefits of what a lifestyle change like this can do for us. So Ian, I want you to kind of go over a few of the things, products that you recommended to us and what the benefits are and how a person can introduce these things into their paradigm and make this paradigm shift.
Sure. And, I came to tears the day that Judy shared with me, of the tremendous improvement in your A1C. Yeah. I knew this was going to happen. You were getting closer when I met you at Mel Carmine's, summit. I know you were getting there. And when you made the decision, that decision truly changed your life.
Yep, it did.
And folks, if you're watching right now, this is my passion and my purpose to help human beings have this experience, because health is wealth, and what you put in your body will determine if you're adding to your asset column or your liability column. And David's liability column was stacking and stacking and stacking, and it was robbing him of his potential time with his loved ones, which is the most precious asset. So Hippocrates said it best: let food be your medicine and medicine be your food. Food could also be your greatest poison as well. So 21 years ago, David, I approached Dave Sandoval, who's the author of the Green Foods Bible, and I said, you know what? You guys have the most amazing products. We got to get this out to America, Canada, the European Union, because there's a war on our health, there's a war on our finances, and there's a war for what goes on here. So with Purium Health products, it encompasses a lifestyle. Now, this isn't a bunch of vitamins and minerals. These are the best certified organic superfoods that work symbiotically with your body. Okay. So your body will eventually find its resting place, which is homeostasis. David is experiencing homeostasis, which is balance. And like I said, let food be your medicine. And it begins with our Power Shake. Now, our Power Shake, I've been using this, David, for 21 years. I used to ride around with this in my water bottle because I'm a cyclist, but this gives you the nutrient density of 6 microgreen salads. And this is the ultimate blood sugar balancer because it's giving your body what it needs with no extras. Okay.
Right. Judy does mix it with some blueberries and maybe a little banana and stuff. But you know what? I thought, I'll tell you honestly, I thought when I was going to start drinking this stuff, I thought, oh my gosh, this is going to be hideous. I'm not going to be able to do it. I thought mentally, but surprisingly enough, it wasn't so hard.
No.
The other thing,
and you're drinking the appleberry flavor. When we introduced appleberry, wow, we got more of America coming into this. I was just drinking the original because that was the only thing that was available. It still is available for the, for the hardened green drinkers. But this is an incredible palatable product that is going to bathe your body with nutrition. Because listen, physiologically, our body hasn't changed for thousands of years. Look what's
Right.
changed in the past 150 years.
Oh, our food. And when you said our
Right.
food is our poison, this is something that really resonates with me because, a lot of times we're picking up these packages and we're not even really reading what's on the label, but even if we
Yeah.
did, we don't understand it. Now, a lot of the foods that we're being fed are so highly addictive and the sugar
Yes.
content is off the Richter scale. And the other issue is, when you're dealing with that as well, is the bad cholesterols that they say build up in your body and stuff like that. And yet it just seems, and some of this food that we're eating, this junk food that we're eating, is not even cheap. That's the other thing that really blew my mind, and so I thought it was going to be such a big transition, but it wasn't as big as what I thought. Now, talk a little bit more about the product
Yeah.
there and,
Well,
and what, it's doing to your cells and
yeah,
stuff like that.
the whole thing is that, we have 70 trillion cells, and
Right.
all of those cells need the same amount of love on a daily basis.
Yeah.
If you look at your 70 trillion cells as a parking lot, okay, there's a lot of missing parking spaces that need that nutrition. So there's 90 parking spaces that human body needs every day to feed those 70 trillion cells. Okay. Most of America and Canada, the world for that matter, gets your carbohydrate, your fat, and protein from somewhere, and lots of soft drinks, lots of genetically modified organisms, and food-like substances. So when you start bathing your body with the ultimate lifestyle transformation, which Judy and David are on, and they continue to be on it because it's a lifestyle. It's not like, oh, I'm just going to do this program for a few days or a week or two.
Right.
David has made a decision to change his lifestyle. That's why his body is within homeostasis. Now, for me, as a former pro athlete, full-time, health coach, mentor, speaker, I just give people the roadmap. And if they follow the roadmap, your body's going to reciprocate. Now, the number one stress point in your body, David, is your gut microbiome. And your gut is inundated with lots of chemicals. And if your gut's not healthy, disease begins in the colon. So the most important product that I'm going to talk about today, and we're going to talk about some of the others that Judy and David are on, is the Biomedic. Now, the Biomedic is a medic for your gut, because most people's guts are inundated with glyphosate, Roundup. It's a weed killer that they spray in the environment. So it's in the food. It's in basically 75% of the food supply in the United States, and 98+% of people have this trapped in their gut. And if you don't remove it, you will develop a health challenge over time. So Biomedic has a human clinical to reduce glyphosate in your system by 74% in 6 weeks.
Wow.
And lower C-reactive protein, which is the inflammation marker. Now, David, every human being is inflammation walking around. They have heart disease, cancer, diabetes. All of those are inflammatory syndromes. So when you reduce the inflammation and you clean up, the body goes back to the way it was designed.
Well, yeah. No, that's awesome. I agree. I've experienced it. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I've experienced such a change. And it comes on you. It's so shocking. Yes, absolutely. Because you're not really expecting it. Now, of course, you think, okay, if I eat healthier, I'll feel healthier, but you don't realize just how much healthier you're going to feel.
Right.
You think to yourself, wow, where's all this energy that I have? Where was this, in the last 15 years? And also just the relief, because, my blood sugar was so high that my organs were starting to get affected. And my doctor was more afraid of, hey, look, this is really going to damage your organs long term. What's really wild is even my eyesight has improved. Even my eyesight has significantly improved, which is really crazy. And, I still wear my glasses and things like that. But when I do take them off, it's not that fuzz. It's not that blur that I would normally see. So I know that I'm going to be going in and getting a new prescription for my eyeglasses because I don't need as strong a prescription as I once did. That's another major benefit. And then, of course, your libido, just to throw that out there. That also comes back like when you're tired and lethargic and you just feel like you've had someone like plug a hose into you and just suck all that energy out. Then you get so used to that feeling that you
Right.
forget what it felt like to have the energy in the first place. So
Right.
that's been
Now,
another big surprise for me, for sure.
yeah, and I've heard, I mean, listen, I have over 200,000 people that use, my products, our products on a daily and monthly basis.
Yep.
And this I'm in the human potential business. Okay. I help people tap into their potential by helping them make the right decisions. Most people are not getting enough sleep. Most people are eating junk food, and most people are dealing with human dysfunction syndrome, which we earn. Okay.
Right.
Either you earn the disease or not. Okay, it's a decision. So with Purium, the kit behind me is the ultimate lifestyle transformation, and it really encompasses a whole program. Okay, so if people like what they're hearing, I'm more than happy to offer a 30-minute consultation, because this is my passion and my purpose, to actually work with fellow XRP investors, because I'm one of you.
Yeah.
Also, helping people with health challenges. I mean, the first show that I did with Judy, there's a number of people, including, Craig Wachter and a few other of your subscribers, that are type 2 diabetic, that are
Right.
winning with the program. When you get on point with the
Yep.
natural way of things, your body reciprocates. It's that easy.
Does. Yeah, it has. And that's the exciting thing. Look, it is real. I mean, we have been promised a lot of things from the health industry over the decades, right? I mean, from Richard Simmons to all the way through, with exercise and everything and different diets and all this. This is not a diet. This has been a real lifestyle change, but with genuine results. I mean, I literally can show people. I'm going to my doctor fairly soon. I'm going to be doing those A1Cs now.
I can't wait.
He's thinking I'm on all these medications, and he's going to probably come back. So, oh, well, that's great. The medication has worked. I'm going to be able to show him. I'm going to say, well, doctor so-and-so, my doctor, it's not the medication. You go, what do you mean? I'm going to show him, because we have tracked from the time I started over 161 pounds to today, or this morning, like 146 pounds. And on top of that, from A1C levels into the double digits, by the way, to normal levels. Not only just pre-diabetic, but no diabetic. Fasting blood sugars that you're taking in the morning, that has been a phenomenal, phenomenal change. And I don't think he's even going to be able to believe it, but I'm going to share with him how it's happened. Yeah. That is major, major, at least for my life. Look, guys, I have been, I'm a skeptic when it comes to a lot of things anyway, just by very nature, right? Until it's been proven. And especially when it comes to health food stuff, because I'm not a big fan of, a lot of, because I always look at, oh, that doesn't seem so appetizing and things like this, right? Because of my poor diet decisions and things like that. But what this has done for me, look, I'll tell you, the energy and the vitality and the reversal of my type 2 diabetes, big time, 15 years diabetic on the medication. Now I'm not even taking medication. That is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
I mean, isn't it amazing?
It
Okay.
is.
Big pharma likes repeat customers. Okay.
That's right.
Because guess what? It's super profitable. Okay. Let food be your medicine and medicine be your food. What Purium and what these organic superfoods have delivered can deliver for everyone that's watching this, because human beings, unfortunately, are inflammation walking around, and people are earning this sickness and disease. Okay. Let me just get into a few more of the products.
Yes, please. Yeah, absolutely.
One of the other major problems that people have is lack of sleep. And this right here is apothecary. Now, most people are taking pharmaceutical drugs to sleep. They're taking melatonin, which is an isolate. The Mountain Morency tart cherry juice is the only cherry species of its kind that has naturally occurring melatonin. It reduces inflammation. So it's kind of like the trifecta, and it actually protects the body, because if you want to live a healthy life, you have to get quality, deep circadian rhythm sleep. So with this program, there's a guide. This is the last step, along with the biomedic before you go to sleep, which is encapsulated. So you're really bathing your body with what it needs, because this vehicle that we're born into needs to be taken care of. Just like if you don't change your oil, just like if you don't do this for your car and change your carburetor, your car's going to break down. So the diseases that are manifesting within our fellow North Americans and Europeans is because they're not giving attention to the signs and the symptoms, which lead to people cutting their life short. So,
Or taking away it's not even having a shorter life, but
right.
not having such a life of vitality. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
I know for me, my energy level was so down for so many years that it just felt like that was my normal. It wasn't my normal. It was
I
my
mean,
body
David,
basically not operating at
yeah.
its full capacity.
Yeah, I mean, David, listen, I talked to Judy a lot.
Yeah.
I talked to Judy a lot. I mean, I drove down to Sarasota to see my dad, and the whole way down, 2 hours, I talked to Judy. And
No,
she's like, "Well, David's kind of coming around. David's ready." And he told me the numbers that day. He's
yeah.
ready. And
Yeah.
sometimes it takes a crisis in order for people to really get on board. So, David, I can't tell you from my heart to your
Really
heart.
appreciate
I can't. This is such a blessing because
it.
you're on board, therefore
Yeah.
you're adding to your asset column. It's going to be the biggest bag of your life that you will add to.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that because, the fact is that a lot of the foods that we're out there eating that, they're supplying, I mean, you have the nitrates in the meat and you have this and that, and just how food is being prepared now, and we can't even trust it. I mean, as a kid, I remember there was no such thing as organic milk because it was all organic.
Right. Right.
Nowadays, it's like, okay, if it's not organic, then what the heck is it? You know,
Exactly.
we're out there and we're making different choices as well. And the thing is this, the cost is almost no different than what it was when we were out there buying our groceries, buying all the stuff that we're no longer eating now. Well, the money that we would have spent on that, we're putting into our health and vitality for the rest of our lives in our body. And it
Yeah.
does not feel like a big, much more greater expense than what we normally would spend anyway. And on top of that, eating out, when we would make choices of where we're going out to eat,
Right.
we're going out to eat, things like that. Judy and I were big hamburger lovers. And of course, fast food is one of those things that a lot of
Drug.
us,
It's
are
a
out.
drug.
It's a drug. It is a drug. You get out there and look. I was reading an article recently that said there's something like 21 different ingredients in McDonald's French fries. I was like, what? I thought it was just potatoes and salt, or and maybe the coconut oil that they cook it in. Not on your life.
No,
Some
no.
of this stuff is not even food as we would think of food. It is a
Mhm.
bunch of things packaged together to look like the food that we would normally, think it is,
Yeah.
but it really isn't. And that right there, the deception that we're being, fed was a big eye opener. I didn't know that fully, and I do blame myself for that. I think sometimes there is we collude with these big because we want to be kept in the dark. Because if we faced reality, none of us would put this stuff inside our bodies.
No, no,
Really,
and
not at all.
and the thing is, you know, I'm gonna give you a perspective. My grandmother lived to 102. All the food was
Wow.
organic. My dad was born in 1941. All the food was organic. I was born in 1968, around the same
Yeah.
time you were born, and
Yeah.
the food was still okay. The fast food back in the day in the 70s and 80s that we
Yeah.
ate was
Yeah.
healthier than it is for the kids today.
Oh,
So if
for
you
sure.
see there's less and less nutrition, the human body that we have, that we live in, is getting
Mhm.
less and less. So I'm not surprised that the mortality rates are really going to start.
And the obesity rates, even,
Exactly.
even among children, which is, and of course that has to do with this whole lifestyle of lethargy, right?
Right.
Where we're all sitting behind desks. Kids like, and it's not a criticism of the younger generation. It's just a fact of our reality. Look, we used to, as kids, we would be out playing. We'd on our bicycles, we'd play street
Right.
hockey and all this and that. Now some kids are out there doing that. But amazingly enough, because of the whole video game industry, a lot of kids are not really out there and getting participating physically. Now, some are,
Yeah.
but a lot
Yeah.
aren't. And there's this massive obesity kind of thing going on, and hormone deficiencies or disruptions in kids. But beyond that, I mean, we've just been seeing it. So for Judy and I'll tell you, have we ever been awakened to some big time realities? Look, I never thought it possible. Yes, absolutely. Did not think it was possible. I was so skeptical, thinking, yeah, well, I might see a little bit of a change. The change has been so dramatic that it literally took me from being a high level, dangerous level diabetic
Yeah.
to not even registering fasting blood sugar levels that would even be considered diabetic. That
I
is
mean,
amazing.
I've been
That is
checking in day
amazing.
to day with Judy. You know this.
Yep.
I mean, I check in with her. How's David
Yeah.
doing?
Yeah.
How's
Every
David doing?
day.
And
Yeah.
I mean, listen, it's like you're adding to your asset column. And the thing is,
Yeah.
the Purium product line is a full range of amazing elements that the human body needs. You have a lot of them in your home, okay? And the thing is, the ultimate lifestyle transformation is a pack of products. Of course, you get me for free because I'm going to give that free 30-minute
That's
consultations. But for my last
massive. That
show,
is a huge deal.
yeah, but
Yeah.
listen, from the last show,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still talking to people that are actually have reordered 2 and 3 because Ian, this is changing my life. So you know what? I'm
Yeah.
a little addicted to helping people change their life in the right
Yeah.
direction, David.
Because it's real. Because this is not
Right.
just, you're not just selling an idea. You're not just selling a
No.
program. No, it really, really, really does work in the way in which they say that it will, which is quite amazing because we're so used to things now that will promise this, and that we kind of like under expect because okay, it didn't produce everything it said it was going to do, but I guess I'm not going to
I
complain
mean,
because it was okay. No, this
right.
overperforms of what you genuinely expect because come on, let's be honest, most of us don't expect all the results that people pump out there. I'm telling you from my own personal experience, this has transformed my physical life. Not only that, brain fog. I didn't even think about that. I would
Yeah.
sometimes be looking, I'd meet somebody that I knew I had met them only once or twice. But, I would meet them. I say, oh my goodness, I can't remember their name. My brain and my memory and recall and just the sharpness and things like that has really, really improved in a big, big way. And of course, diabetes, they say that Alzheimer's is type 3 diabetes. I've heard that.
Right.
And having the reduction of that, look, that's not how I want to end my days. Should Jesus tarry and I get to live into my 80s or 90s, well, I don't want to be kind of like getting to the point where we can't even function mentally. Like that is not living. That's existing.
Exactly. Exactly.
This,
I mean, there
this
are
is,
people. Yeah.
yep.
I mean, David, listen, not to interrupt. There are
No.
people in the mountains of Himalayas and in the Hunza lands, they're having children into their 70s, 80s. Okay. And the
Oh,
thing is, the human body was designed to live to 120. The reason why people live to where we live today is because of the food. So let food be your medicine, medicine be your food. And with Purium, I mean, we're going to share the website in a few minutes. But
yeah.
you have to see the lineup here. If you want the rainbow of health, I mean, from the juice bar in the bag, you add water and you drink our most amazing tasting superfoods.
Mm-hmm.
That was a mouthful. But the thing is, for me, my regimen, when people see my regimen in the morning for my wife and myself, and during the day, I'm still super active. I'm still riding my bike 20 miles a day.
Yeah, I
Okay.
know. That's amazing. I don't know if I'm there yet, but I'll tell you what, my walking has really improved and I'll
Good.
go out and I'll do
Good.
walks, and stuff like that. So I really have enjoyed that. Now, yes, share the website. Do you have the website there? Or do you want me to pull it up?
No, if you could share the screen, just go to ishoppurium.com.
Yep, you betcha. Let me just get in there and I will share that. Okay. Share a screen right here. Okay, there we go. Is this going to pop up? I think it should pop
Yeah,
up.
there you go. Okay,
Okay,
so
awesome, awesome.
So this is our beautiful platform here. So if David, if you click products,
Products. Where is
it's
top
your
all
lifestyle
products?
subscription.
This one right here.
Yeah, no, lifestyle subscription. It's right.
Products. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, if you click transformation, the top one.
Yes. Let's go there. And what's it saying here? It's probably asking me. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we
There
are.
we go. Okay. So the first one on the left, you want to click that one, David?
This one right here.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just loading
Okay,
up.
so folks, this is the program that I got Judy and I started on. Okay, I spoke to the Power Shake, I spoke to the Biomedic, I spoke to the Apothecary. This is the pack of products that could truly take your life from where it is now to this level that David and Judy are living at. Okay, now the products are part of the program. There is food involved. Okay, there
Mhm.
are selected foods involved. Okay, not your choice of flex food. A pretzel's not a flex food. A potato
Yeah.
chip's not a flex food. French fries are not a flex food.
Yeah.
All of that is not. But there is a guide. And of course, I'm accessible via text and phone call consultation, which I'm giving
You've
for
been
free. It's a
fabulous.
30-minute
Fabulous.
consultation to really help people understand the value of what we're offering here. So the product line has a lot more to offer, of course. David was speaking about the brain. We have an amazing brain pack called, with Revive It All, as well as Pineal Clear for your pineal gland. So if you have joint challenges, you have this, you have that. I'm a trained professional for close to 30 years of helping bodies live the way they were designed to live. So this is the product that we recommend that people get. And we'll share with you also of how you could get a whopping 25% off by using a specific code Judy.
Oh, well, thank you so much. That's awesome. That's a big deal. So now this is how people will start off. Now and it talks about it down here. Yeah, look at the customer reviews. I mean, that is phenomenal. Based on 910 reviews, you got over 828 giving 5 stars. And this is, and these are testimonials. Look, I'm giving my honest testimonial. I believe when I read, like I'm the kind of guy, I look at the testimonials and I think, oh, okay, how many of these are, folks just chilling? But it's not. This is really something quite amazing. So in this kit comes these 60 servings. You get 2 of the apothecary bottles, the biomedic, the super aminos, and all of this. And now, how long is this good for like 60 days or like what would this be?
Yeah, this is actually your 30 days for one person. We do have a lifestyle subscription, which is the next column over next to products. That pretty much gets you on a 90-day to really build in a serious healthy habit that's optional. Okay.
So is that under transformation as well? Is that a different?
It would be if you click lifestyle subscription.
It's right here. Okay. Let's just do this one right here.
Yeah. So this pretty much explains, the pack that you'll begin with, and then what your month 2, month 3, and month 4 will be. Now, folks, listen, this is $12 a day that most people are going to Chick-fil-A and Wendy's and In-N-Out, and they're spending money damaging their bodies. Okay. So the 90-day program is going to be the best investment in thyself, okay? $12 a day to really get rid of what your doctor says that you're going to have for the rest of your life, where David is sharing with you that he is not symptomatic at all anymore.
Not at all. Yeah.
Priceless.
Priceless. And on top of that, because we're not buying a lot of the junk food and we're not eating at a lot of those places that we have not even seen any major increase in our food costs. That is one of the biggest things, because you think, okay, when we think about it, we think, oh, we're buying this on top of what we were buying before. But it's not only that. You're buying this, yes, but you're not buying the stuff that was killing you before. And believe it or not, it really works out. I mean, I've been amazed. It has worked for us. That's for certain.
David, you'll be my best spokesperson.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you, I'm a living, breathing example of what it's done. So in that regard, like, we had talked about, Judy and I way before, like, look, we want to be healthier. We want to be more whole. We don't want to have all these symptoms of our aging and pain and those kind of things. But, it was always kind of like, okay, well, we'll do it then. But the reality is, then may not be, it may not happen. If you're not out taking care of yourself, the older we get, the more susceptible we are to various things happening, heart disease, all this kind of stuff. When I got that notice from my doctor, it basically said, okay, I don't have the luxury that I think I do. Just, okay, when I get to that point and I have more time to dedicate to my health, then I will. Nope. You're right. It's kind of, with the way in which we think, we're putting the cart before the horse. We're thinking about all of our finances and our wealth and that kind of thing. Well, what if we're not even here to enjoy that? And so for me, I decided, no, I'm going to put the horse before the cart, focus on the temple that the Lord has given me, number one, and keeping it healthy as I possibly can and doing my part. And, by doing this to reverse the damage, I mean, this is the thing I keep coming back to. It is mind bending to me that for 15 years now, I had been on other diets, other fasts, and I would see, a little bit of change, but it wouldn't last. It wouldn't last anything more than just a couple of weeks. But this has lasted and consistently we have been tracking. Now, I cannot wait until at the end of my 90 days, because like we're into it 6 to 8 weeks. I can't wait to get to the end of those 90 days as well and be able to report, nope, it's not just, the 30 days, not just the, 2 months, but 3 months into it, I'm still seeing progress. I'm still, maintaining where I was and stuff like that. And I really do believe it. We're committed to it. It's made such a difference in
Yeah.
our lives.
It's
So,
it's like, I've worked with tens of thousands of people in my career, David, and the foundation is the Daily Core 4, which is the power shake, the aminos, the biomedic, and the cherry juice. Once one works that into their life and they're making the healthy food choices, your body will reciprocate. If you go back, you're going to pay the
yep,
price. And I'm not
right,
saying that as a threat, but your body will express symptomology again because of it's really smart. It's like, you know
right.
what? You're not being kind to me right now, and I'm going to give you this itis. I'm going to give you this discomfort. So why
Mhm.
not just party, okay, all
Right,
day and every day with the best organic superfoods? I mean, I personally don't drink alcohol. I mean, I don't really do anything negative for my body because once I understood
Mhm.
how amazing this machine that I was born into, that I was
Right,
blessed by God, because God wants the best for us. And look what
right.
we do. I mean,
Oh
people go to
yeah, we're
church.
talked into it. Yep, yep. Here, just gonna stop sharing the website. Is that all right? Or
Yeah, it's fine. You can
so
stop
that we
there.
can be, yeah, go ahead with it. You're
Yeah,
saying that.
so the whole thing is right here, okay? This guide right here,
Hmm.
this pretty much shares all the products for the 45 health challenges that people are struggling with, okay? And
Right,
I have the solution to the pollution with the ULT, but if you have one of these conditions, I have the products that are specific. Now, we don't make any medical claims. We pretty
right,
much help the body heal itself. So there's not one product here that cures disease. Okay. And I want to
right.
say that as a disclaimer. We help the human body clear its terrain so it could heal
Mhm.
itself as it was designed.
Right. It makes perfect sense that, our cells respond to what we put in. We used
Right.
to have a saying, garbage in, garbage out. But, just because of lifestyle and, and all the stuff that, a lot of times, we're picking up foods in the freezer section that are inundated with chemicals that we can't even
Dead.
pronounce. Can't even pronounce them. And yet we're feeding our bodies that because, well, it's convenient. It's easy. It's easy to just, put in some chicken nuggets and a bag of fries at, because you're tired and this and that. But it's almost like, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. We're tired because we don't have the energy. Well, we don't
Yeah.
have the energy because we don't have good fuel.
Right.
And our body is working overtime. Now I know it, we say all that. But the reality is, when you start to experience the change, like for Judy and I, the way in which we have, I am 100% convinced when you absolutely start seeing that change and you feel it. I mean, you watch your strength and vigor come back. You see the results in the blood test. You're off the medication, for goodness sakes. I mean, the proof is in the literal pudding in that
Yeah.
regard. And so for me, I mean, I have been converted. I have to admit, I've been totally converted because I don't want to go back to a lifestyle that is literally killing me and, taking away my energy, taking away my time. Because look, if we're only going to live so long, I want those years that I've got to be the healthiest that I can have so that I can
Right.
watch my grandchildren do what they
Right.
want and not just watch, but participate. How many people are not being able to participate in, their grandchildren or even if they're kids and stuff like that because they don't have
Sure.
the energy to do it? Can't take a
Sure.
long walk with their love, that they've been with for the last 20 years because they don't have the stamina to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah. And
robbing us in so many ways.
it is. And of course, because I've watched probably 100 of your episodes, coffee chat. I mean, folks, listen, for the people that love coffee, we have like mushroom coffee blends. We have, golden milk. We have all of those things that are in the healthier form. We even have
Right.
coffee shop protein. So we're about helping people upgrade what they put in their body.
Yeah.
Coffee mate, no mas. Okay.
Yes, 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 yes.
Use a nut milk instead of coffee mate. Okay. If you're buying coffee, buy organic coffee or get one
Yeah,
of our coffee blends, add water, add almond milk.
yeah,
So the healthier choices that you make on a daily basis will determine the life that you will live. Now, David and
yeah.
I are the same age.
Yeah,
Okay.
roughly. Yeah, I
It-
was born in
we're,
67. You were
we're-
68.
yeah,
So we're right
68,
on that, right
67.
there,
We're
right there. Yeah,
60s kids.
yeah,
And the thing is, a lot of the men and women our age are
yeah.
not they're like they almost in their 70s state of health or 80s
Yeah,
state
their
of health.
body age, they're not
Yeah,
their chronological age,
right.
their body age. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So for me, listen, when I take my shirt off at the beach and there's a guy over here drinking the Bud Light and I'm sipping on my can't beat this beet juice, big difference.
Yeah. You're in a lot better health. I'm getting there. I am absolutely getting
Or
there. But I'll tell you what, it has been a tremendous feeling to actually give you, when you feel like, okay, I'm never going to get over this. I'm struggling. I don't feel good. And you're wondering, what is this fatigue like? A lot of people complain of fibromyalgia. Well,
yeah,
fibromyalgia, they
goes
can't
away.
really put their finger on it as to why people get so fatigued, but a lot of it has to do with the cells of our body.
It
And
does. And
I,
David, let me add
yeah,
to this. Let me
yeah,
add to this because I helped a woman who was
mhm,
bedridden
yeah, okay,
become completely no more fibromyalgia because she did the ultimate lifestyle transformation and she
yeah,
fed her nervous system because our body is electric. The ionic elements that you both are taking in your water, which is the
mhm,
ocean trace mineral blend, because your blood and the ocean, the mineral profile is the same. So you don't think you need that for your blood. God knew what
right,
he was doing. So
right,
fibromyalgia and all these like short circuiting challenges,
yeah,
the itises,
exactly,
the
mhm,
rheumatoid arthritis, and all these things are people are inundating themselves with acidity, which leads
mhm,
to a
cancers,
breakdown in your system.
yeah,
So
mhm,
this builds up your system by
yeah,
just taking these organic
yeah,
superfoods and not this is compostable packaging, folks. We are 99.9% plastic free. The only
wow,
product
wow,
that's still in a
fantastic,
plastic bottle is this
yeah,
because plastics, if you eat fish, more
yeah,
often than not, people are accumulating microplastics. So
wow,
detoxification on a daily basis, David, is essential in today's
yeah.
21st century world.
I agree with that. I 100% agree. And the thing too is like, look, I did not, just cold turkey stop stuff. I watched my body react
Yeah.
positively. And then I realized I don't even need this medication. Stop the medication, found out that my
Awesome.
body was maintaining it was maintaining what it needed to do. And it
Right.
has been a massive transformation. And that's why I say I'm converted because we are committed to going forward, with continuing this lifestyle. And that's where I really see look, you're going to want to feel better about yourself. You're going to want to feel healthier, more whole, think better. Hey, eyesight improve, libido improve, all of these various things that we struggle with as we age in our society, primarily because of what we're feeding ourselves. But it never really, that penny just never dropped. I
Right.
always thought, well, I could just take the medication and it'll make me feel better. It never did. It never did. In fact,
Right.
the doses had to just get stronger and stronger
Yeah. And the
because
thing
the
is,
body was not the things weren't changing. The medication was just kind of like hiding, masking all the symptoms. And
yeah, yeah, I'm
yeah,
so,
go
I
ahead.
mean, I'm jumping on you. I don't want to,
No, no, you're good.
yeah.
I
The,
appreciate
the, the whole thing is that, medication doesn't get to the underlying cause. It's a Band-Aid.
it. Mm,
Okay. And,
mm,
they want repeat customers. That's why Big Pharma is the biggest cartel on planet Earth. Okay.
mm.
And when it comes to, food medicine, I mean, what do you think? What do you think the indigenous peoples go on a
Yeah, right.
boat the
No, right.
land
Yeah,
to go find a Walmart or CVS to get their subscription filled? No, they go out
no,
into the forest. I'm not saying that there's not a place for traditional Western medicine, okay?
right.
But when it comes to, making the investment in your health, I mean, I don't go to doctors. I get my teeth cleaned. If I break something, I go to a doctor. But more often than not, the healing that David has experienced has happened in as fast as 6 weeks. Does it take
Yeah,
effort? Yes. Does it
yeah.
take discipline? It takes
Yes, it
discipline.
did. It
Now,
did.
David, my coach taught me this
Yeah,
30 years ago. He said, you will find your freedom within your discipline, okay? Whether it be in your
yeah,
relationships, with being a relationship with food, your athleticism, your body.
yeah.
That is the key. So those of you out there that really want to get
Mm,
into your health, okay, it will take discipline.
yeah.
You're still going to spend the money anyway, but spending it
Sure.
in a better place with Purium and higher quality foods. You're going to
Yeah,
get me. I'm going to pour myself into you to really help you get on the right path. Because once you teach yourself these healthy principles and you start feeling like David,
yeah.
you're not going to want to go back.
Well,
Only
the
focus.
mental game was 2 weeks. After about 2 weeks, the mental game wasn't as tough anymore,
There you
right?
go.
So, yeah, and I think if a person can get through the first 2 weeks, Well, for me anyway, it just became more and more routine, more and more routine. Well, now, they say if you practice something for 30 days, it takes that long to break a habit, replace a habit. Well,
Right.
I mean, it just feels natural. It
Right.
feels
And
natural.
that's
And yeah,
that's what the 90-day subscription is all about,
yeah,
because 30 days gets you in and then you go to 90. But listen, you probably know the Doors song, the group Break On Through to the Other Side.
yes, yes,
David
yes.
broke on through to the other
Yeah, I
side after
did.
2 weeks. If you're a coffee drinker to the point where like you need it, you need it, and you need it,
Oh
and
my
you
goodness. Yeah,
get off coffee for a little bit, you may get a headache, but you're going to have that breakthrough
yeah,
day, which is a detoxification, and it's called a healing crisis. So this
right.
program offers the body to relax and remove what is being a burden. That's simple.
Yeah,
Okay. So what I want to do now is, you
yeah.
see this beautiful $50 gift card? Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone that watches this video is going to get a $50 off or 25% off on the ultimate lifestyle transformation. Because when you spend $200 with Purium, they
Yep.
give you 25% off, and you earn loyalty rewards points. Because if you're loyal to your health, you could actually take 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, $100 off your orders and get the best products ever. My wife and I get 2 to 3 orders a month. Every
Yep.
time we open up the box, we're like, let's party with superfoods.
Absolutely. Judy and I have actually, and it comes quick too. I mean, we get it
Yeah,
up. It's been coming quick. And like I say, we've stopped buying all the junk food. It
right.
literally does not even feel like there's much of a difference in our food cost bill because when you think some of this stuff is very expensive, like, I mean, a bag of Ruffles chips, the family size bags and stuff like that, $6, $7, 6.79, $5 to $7,
Right.
depending when and where you get it. And you add that up with all these other things that we were getting, and stuff like that, and pre-processed foods and that, and you're not buying that. It makes it almost negligible. You don't even, it's not like we saw a big increase in our food costs at all. But boy, I'll tell you, do we ever have felt a major, major change in just our physical response to it? And I wish you guys could follow us around. Look, we just had some friends over this last week. We had Bersan and Bendel, Black Swan
Yeah.
Capitalist, those guys over. They have watched it happen. I mean, I don't know if guys have noticed, but if you go back to my older videos there, you're going to see a much more portly David.
Love
And
it.
so the proof is really in the pudding. And 15 pounds, it doesn't sound like a lot, but believe it or not, it makes such a huge difference. Now, that's for me. There's other people that have lost even more weight and have gotten themselves into a really great situation. Now, I don't have that much more that I would lose. My goal weight, I think, was originally around like 140 pounds, and I'm like 146. So we're only talking 6 pounds. But boy, the difference has been phenomenal to go from 160 down to the 140s. And for my height and all that, I'm right in the perfect median range that they say I should probably be for my weight and health. And remember that whole thing, well, pinch an inch or whatever it was, you could see your body mass index. I don't know how all that works, but that's what they used to say. Well, I was pinching more than an inch, that's for sure. And now I'm
Yeah.
not feeling that way. So, and that is a
Yeah. I mean,
phenomenal offer. So,
it's
how do
it's
people take advantage of that offer? Is that just they put in when they go in there, they just put in that
yeah,
code?
this is how it works. I mean, if you
Okay.
go to ishopperium.com and you select the ultimate lifestyle transformation or
Yep.
the ultimate
And we'll
lifestyle,
have the website right down here.
yeah,
So, yep.
so you pretty much, you click the product, you add it to your cart, and there's various steps. But when it says referred by, Judy is the code for all of
Yep.
you.
Okay.
Now, if you want to try, one or two or three products and you spend $75, you're going to get $50 off. So if you just want the aminos, it's
Yeah,
75
that's a
bucks.
big deal. Yeah.
It's going to cost you $25. But most people come on board with the lifestyle, given what we've shared here today. But
Yep.
I'm here to coach you. My phone number will also be there. My email will be
Yep.
there, and I'm
Okay.
I'm totally ready to give a 30-minute consultation of my time
Wow.
of helping you with whatever health
Well,
challenge
you
or
may get flooded, Ian, and you might not be able to
I,
do anything else.
I listen, I welcome it, because my passion and my purpose
Yeah.
is to really support, you know, people when it comes to the war on our health, the war on our
That
finances, of
30
course.
minutes, yeah, they can get a hold of you and they can ask whatever questions.
Yeah.
I always encourage people to do that. Look, ask questions. I mean, the thing is, I mean, it's hard to know exactly what questions might be in someone's mind, being that they're individual, but the fact that they can just, pick up the phone, give you a call, get over there, have 30 minutes and be able to really ask their questions and explain their situation. Because look,
Yeah.
we're all individuals. Yes, the bodies and things like that, but we all go through circumstances differently. And you can tailor make these programs. And from what Judy and I have experienced, it has been absolutely phenomenal. Well, Ian, I really value you, man. I cannot wait till we can actually be together again
Yeah,
physically. And
man.
because I want to hug you so much
Oh,
because you
me too,
changed my
man.
world, man. You just changed my world. I mean, it's just truly amazing. But I wish people could really understand like I think one of the quintessential things, like when it comes to our health, is we try so many things and we get so discouraged that we feel, what's the point of trying? And that hope is kind of evaporated from us that we'll ever really see a change. But
Yeah.
you have reinvigorated that hope for me and certainly for Judy that we can see a healthy and permanent change, not just some temp, but a permanent, healthy lifestyle change that it has had immediate impacts for us, but it's the long term, like looking down the road. It's like in this digital asset space, they always look down the road. Well, looking down the
Same
road at the
thing.
time that I want to watch my grandkids walk across that graduation stage and get
Yeah.
their diplomas, man. And some of them are under 5 years of age. So
Will.
that's like a pretty decent amount of time. And so should Jesus tarry, I want to see that. I want to see a few of them walk down the aisle. Well, hey, like I say, if I'm 56, if I'm on the home 20, home 30, I want to be right ready to experience all of that. That is the whole purpose. It's not just the accumulation of wealth, preservation of it. It's not just, hey, being healthy for a little bit of time over here. It's the long-term physical
Longevity.
benefits of a healthy, full, fulfilled life. And so I just want to
Mhm.
say thank you so much for coming on and doing this with us. It has been
Yeah.
amazing. Any last words and comments that you got?
Hey, listen, everyone has an opportunity to shape their life. Decisions shape your life. If you make a decision to participate and get in the game of life, which is your health, everything else will be so much better. So I really encourage everyone to take us up on our offer. Take me
Yeah.
up on my 30-minute consultation. I look forward to meeting my fellow XRP investors because I'm one of you and we
Yeah.
got big bags and we're really, really excited about what's happening. But if you want to be in
Yeah.
the winner circle long term, you really need to take important look at what's going on here with
Yeah.
health.
Yeah, awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, hey, Ian, and guys, we're not only going to be putting them across the screen here, we're also going to have all the links in the description of this video. Just hit that more button. You're going to go down there. They're going to be right at the very tip top,
Awesome.
and you'll be able to link into those. Ian, thank you so much again, man. Really do love
Very
you.
welcome. Blessings.
Okay, blessing.